Hello, 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 and welcome back, my loves. It has been a minute. It has been a minute for sure, but life has thrown me for a whirlwind. Um, I feel like I'm getting back settled again. You know what I mean? I had some vertigo. I moved back home to Vegas, made that decision, and made it happen all in less than a month. Child, let's pull the mic in closer so y'all can hear me. But yeah, but to say the least, it's been a crazy couple weeks, but I'm back now, and you know what we're here to do, a collective reading. So that's what we're here to do. So please find yourself in a relaxed position, you know what I mean, and call your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels into the space and set an intention for this reading. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. Um, the number five feels really important right now, so I'm going to talk about the number five. The number five is the number of like challenges and additions, right? And like additions usually create disruptions, right? Whether they're good or bad. Like if a good addition comes into your life, you know what I mean? You have to adjust the things in your life. You have to adjust your way of living so that you're able to maintain this new blessing or this new gift or this new benefit in your life, right? Sometimes it may come with more work. Sometimes you need to adjust things and let things go. Yeah, and sometimes it may come with other challenges. And the flip side, other additions could also be challenges and bad things, right? And similarly, it kind of requires the same process where like a new challenge comes into your life. That challenge could actually be prepping you for a new blessing, a new gift, a new benefit in your life. You know what I mean? Or it can like teach us how to be grateful, or it could be teaching us a lesson that we could need later on in life. Or sometimes, you know, my astrology teacher said this the other day, sometimes stuff just happens in life because stuff just happens to life. It's not to learn you something, excuse me, truth burp. It's not for a benefit of anything. Sometimes life just gets to lifing and we got to handle things, right? But those disruptions and those changes, they actually have the ability to change us, to make us become different people, to engage in our lives in a new and different way. And then like the beginning of this year, from the wildfires to the winter storms to, good God, the election and the presidency, boo, boo. You know what I mean? It's been a very dramatic year. 2025 has been a very dramatic year to say the least, but sometimes those additions, they shake us up. They shake up our foundation. And then when we talk about numerology, as we move from 4 to 5, 4 is very stable. It's very structured. It's a square. You know what I mean? It's kind of like fixed energy. You know what I mean? Habitual, routine, stuck, structure. And that's when we bring in that 5, that structure, that routine, that habitual nature is broken up. So we have the ability to receive something else. Again, moving on to 6, right? I'm not going to get too far into numerology, but yeah, I feel like that's kind of what's going on at the beginning of 2025, is that like things are being shaken up so that we can introduce new energy into our lives. Things can be released and the path can be cleared so that we can receive something else. Or at the very least, energetically, what I feel like I'm going through, and you can let me know if this resonates down in the comment section, is that like I'm being presented with the opportunity to change. You know what I mean? Things are being thrown around, and as things are being thrown around, I'm being thrown around. And as my energy is being thrown around, I get to decide where I'm going to settle. You know what I mean? Okay. But yeah, I'm not sure if I said my prayer already, but I'll go ahead and say it again. You know, I ask that our ancestors, spirit guides, and angels protect our minds, bodies, and spirits, and they bless us with the gift of wisdom and discernment so that we are able to align ourselves with empowered action that is in alignment with our highest and greatest good. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So as I shuffle the cards, just take a quick moment to yourself and meditate on, you know, how the beginning of the year has gone for you. What are you excited to see in 2025? And you know, what do you need clarity or information about, or what you would like to receive clarity on as I complete this collective reading? Please and thank you, please and thank you. Yes, my loves. And you know what? I almost forgot my music. Where the music at, girl? Hey Siri, play some lo-fi jazz. Oh, that's beautiful, Ari. And again, I'm thinking about really creating like a free tier. I told the good Judy's on TikTok this, but I'm thinking about creating a free tier for my Patreon where you can join us for prayers, and then also like journaling prompts around the new moon and full moons. Yeah, like good professional. I hope. That's the thing. It almost felt a little like a podcast. No, right? Almost like a little bit like a podcast. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. But hello, ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. I'm ready to get started with this collective reading. If there's any information or insights you would like this collective to know, I'm here to deliver. She said she almost raised her hand to speak. Ooh. Okay. I want to say this is spooky, but it's not really spooky. It's like, Scorpio stellium. There's not too much spooky over here. Too much that I find spooky. That's a lie, because I hate scare and horror movies. But anyway, the first cards that we're seeing is the Justice card, but it's immediately followed by the Lovers and the Ten of Cups in reverse. And that's like, and going back to that message I was talking about earlier, again, like I was just picking up on it earlier, but these cards are kind of like emphasizing the message, like disarray. I feel like we were thrown into disarray is what I'm hearing in the scales. And the funny thing is, my astrologer was talking about this, that when it comes to Libra energy connected to the Justice cards, there's the scales, and that the scales, sometimes we think that the scales are like fixed, or that they're trying to always reach this perfect equilibrium. And my astrologer said that that's not necessarily what's going on. What's going on sometimes is that the scales are always moving. They're never going to be at the perfectly like neck and neck point, but they need to be a constant shifting. So there's balance and equilibrium throughout the process as we move, but it never gets to a point to where it's fixed. You know what I mean? It's in a constant state of motion. It never gets tipped too far. And again, right now they're telling me about like grand, kind of like global, regional, national, statewide energies. And so much is being thrown into disarray, and so much is like being shaken up so that we can pay attention to what it is that we're holding on to, right? So, and then they're kind of giving us the wheel. It's funny, whenever we see the Chariot card, not giving us the wheel, but we're creating the path. What path do we want to be on? On what path do we want to co-create with the universe? And it's important to like use our logic, going back to this Justice card, the information that we're giving to make this decision. Because as things are getting thrown around, Moon card in reverse, Five of Pentacles in reverse, it's easy to make a decision from a place of lack. It's easy to make a decision from a place of scarcity. It's easy to make a decision from a place of fear and anxiety. You know what I mean? But when the dust is settled, and the dust is going to settle, right? Balance, scales, there will be another day. Things will rest. Things will come to like a calm and even pace. But when that day comes, what information, what path, what bricks do you want to have laid for yourself for the future that you're going to be stepping into? Yeah. Anything else for this collective reading? King of Wands. This feels like really, really... This feels really, really good. Somebody had it they broke off. Like they're like severing. I don't want to say all their relationships, but they're severing their communities that they're in, right? This could be work. This could be school. This could be fitness group at the YMCA girl. I don't know what it is, but this King of Wands next to this Three of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like going and embarking on an expedition, on a journey on your own, and having the bravery to do it and doing it alone, right? Some of us, we're afraid to do some of these things alone with this Page of Cups in reverse because we want to do it with other people, or we're scared or we're nervous about what's going to happen when we decide to do it alone. But there's just so much divine information coming on. And they're also showing me the Magician card and how the Magician holds a wand to the heavens, and that information is pulled from the heavens where they then work with what they have in their physical realm to manifest the life that they're looking for, right? They just really want us to step into this King of Wands energy and be excited about what we're manifesting, excited about what we're stepping into, excited about where we're going, excited about the bricks that we're placing, and place them alone. Excuse me, truth burp. It was funny. Back in the winter, before the holidays, not before the holidays, around the same time as the holidays, I had a awesome conversation with a lovely friend of mine. And we were talking about just what we want to do with people and our lives and our goals and our aspirations. And she said something that really struck me. And what she said was that you don't go on the journey with people, you end with people. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we get caught up with wanting to take everybody with us. And it's oh, I love this person. I love this personality. And I want to keep this person in my back pocket for the rest of my life. And she was just saying that as, everybody's not meant to go on the journey. We're all meant, and that's kind of what I'm getting from this King of Wands, that we all have our individual journeys that we're meant to go on. You know what I mean? And the people who end with us are the people that end with us. You know what I mean? And there's no pulling and no tugging, no dragging, no pleading, one way or the other. Yes, my loves. Okay, just got a content idea that I need to write down. But yeah, let me know if any of that resonated down in the comment section. I'm gonna get us an action plan, but I do need to pull this out. And I was currently looking at the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which felt relevant. So this base energy is new ideas, right? New ideas, new information, more conversations need to be had is what I'm hearing. Right? For many of us, the things that we want to do or how we want to, our goals, our plans, our aspirations for 2025, many things are shaping up. But right now it feels like the divine still wants us to be open. You know what I mean? Still wants us to be open to learning and to receiving new information and changing our perceptions, right? We did just wrap up Capricorn season, and then we're stepping into Aquarius energy, which is about revolutionary, innovative ideas, new things coming up, crashing the system. You know what I mean? And again, breaking our foundations. I know the beginning of 2025 already kind of felt like that. But we can definitely expect more of that energy to come through. Just as we continue to transition throughout Aquarius season. And Aquarius energy does love learning. 13 may be significant. Aquarius energy does exploring ideas and, for better or worse, conspiracy theories and thinking about the future and these broad scopes and thinking about crafting new communities for the sake of humanity. Yeah. Okay. Can we get an action plan? Can we get a clear and concise action plan, please and thank you? Okay, a lot of wands. 6 of wands, 5 of wands in reverse, 10 of wands upright. This kind of feels like a forecast of the future, if I'm being honest. Future, looking to the future, that's not my bag, but just with what I'm looking at in the cards, and it's funny that the 6 of wands was the first card that came out, followed by the 5 of wands in reverse and the 10 of wands. And it kind of feels like the divine is saying we are destined to have success. You know what I mean? But not without challenges. 5 of wands in reverse, 10 of wands, right? Heavy energy, heavy competition, heavy conflict, right? There's that 5 I was talking about again. 5 twice is 10, but what are we looking at? 15 wands, 15 plus 6 is 21, breaking us down to 3. We have the 3 of pentacles here. Again, 3 of wands connects us to what? The future. Got another card here. But yeah, and the Tower card, right? Which is connected to the planet of Uranus, which rules Aquarius energy, which comes in, shakes up our foundation, You know what I mean? And it releases us from the things that will not last on the journey, that will not make it to the end. There we go. Because this is a really beautiful, like, tower card. I love this one here. Um, but yeah, so, like, action plan, the divine is saying it's very easy to get overwhelmed and to get wrapped up in all the chaos and all the destruction in the breaking of the foundation that will be going on. It's very easy to get caught up in that, right? But trust that that is a part of the process. It will be devastating is kind of what I'm hearing. Not here to fearmonger anybody, but you know, I'm here to do what I need to do. But in this moment, in this exact moment, like communities, again, like families, relationships are going to be broken up. It feels kind of sad now. But this Ace of Swords it's like, be impeccable with your word. Be scrupulous. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but be very, very specific about the information you're taking in, what you're learning. Be careful of like taking in propaganda and, you know, misinformation, disinformation. You know what I mean? Like this Ace of Swords, it feels so strong right now that we just need to be very intentional about the conversations that we're having, about the content that we're consuming, what we're learning, what we're planning, and how we plan on moving forward. And the other thing is like, yes, we need to be in community when we have these conversations, but this Three of Pentacles in reverse says that like, keep your plans to yourself. No tea, no shade. Everybody don't need to know what you're doing. Everybody don't need to know what your next move is. I done already told some of the girls what I was doing. Hey, Ann, welcome in, my love. But yeah, right now, I'll get two more, but this was like the end of the reading. But yeah, this Ace of Swords just feels really, really strong because there's just going to be a lot of information coming in. And that may be the thing that's like devastating, right? That may be the thing that's devastating or what's like coming in and rocking our world. It's like an abundance of like information. And now that like really emphasizing on this like Ace of Swords, it feels like it's in reverse where there's like a overwhelming overflow of information, and it's very possible to get lost in that. But this Empress card and this Chariot card, as long as we keep our feminine energy, as long as we keep our, because I spoke about this with the election last year, right? Is that like we need feminine energy. Feminine energy is kind of being like taken advantage of and people are trying to abuse it and like misuse it, right? But we're the owners of our divine feminine energy and nobody can take it from us. We can be influenced, but we have to be in control of our ish to not be influenced. And that's just what I'm getting. As long as we hold and possess all of our divine feminine energy and wield it wisely, we will be able to filter all the information that we're getting. We'll be able to accurately assess what it is we're receiving, what it is that we need to manifest. And again, going back to the beginning of the reading, what yellow brick road we're going to put ourselves on, right? What path we're going to put ourselves on, because we got that Chariot card again. What highway, sidewalk, tram, train, or bike, you know, we sit on to get to where it is that we're trying to go. Yes, my loves? Okay, beautifuls. I was going to get an Oracle card, but I think I won't. I think I will. I lied. Let me go grab them out of my backpack. I just don't have them right here. They're all the way over here. I'm just going to get the first one that I grabbed one too. And I knew it was going to be this deck. But here we go. So we got Oracle of the Fairies. I love this deck. Love, love, love this deck. If you're interested in any of these decks, all of them can be found in my Amazon storefront. Check the link in my bio or in the description bar. But hello, ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. What information or insights do you have for us, please? Do y'all hear that glass jangling in the back? It's irritating me. Next time I do this, I may have to take that down and set it on the floor or something. I'm on my mom's like table and she has like candle holders on it. We have motivation in reverse, and I'm going to read both of these. We have motivation and protection. I'm going to read motivation first. Motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. Okay? If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. I know that's right. Again, we are given the opportunities. Things are like being shaken up. We're given the opportunity to get on our Zoom, for a lack of a better phrase. The flower fairies, also called pillywiggins, are super excited to fly into your cards. They know you have a special task at hand, and they're here to encourage you to get on with it. Working with flower essences, aromatherapy, and scented candles will help you to tune into the flower fairies. The scent of a flower can have a powerful healing effect on your mind. Tulips may be important, and orchids as well. Can have a powerful healing effect on your mind, spirit, and body. Perhaps you could bring some fresh flowers into your home, ideally still growing on the plant rather than cut flowers. Wearing colorful clothing in the same shade as your favorite flowers can also help you to feel uplifted, as well as brightening the day of anyone who sees you. The women of Rajasthan in India wear bright colors and are referred to as flowers of the desert. Seeing them certainly lifts the spirit. Call on the flower fairies if you feel you're lacking motivation. It's said that the best way to get something done is to ask a busy person, or in this case, some busy fairies. They might not do the job for you, but they will certainly help to motivate you. You can connect to them easily by being outside next to some flowers, or inside your home near a potted plant in bloom, and say, "Flower fairies, I call on thee to motivate and inspire me." The flower fairies will leave a sign or two over the coming days or weeks. Just pay extra attention so you don't miss the creative ways in which they impart their flowery wisdom. Yes, my loves? I have one more. I have protection. The fairies of protection. Hey, boo. Hey, Bree. The fairies of protection are shielding you with the magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. This is protect your dreams. Okay. The fairies of protection are forming a powerful fairy ring of light around you, or someone close to you, providing the extra boost of protection that's needed right now. If you're especially sensitive or empathic, you might find yourself picking up vibes from places or people around you. These may include unpleasant vibes as well as good ones. And this is where the fairies of protection come in, because their ring of rainbow light acts as a protective shield from any unwanted energies. When we're psychically open, we act as a beacon and can attract different types of energy. Some of these energies may be unwanted, so the fairies of protection remind you to use psychic protection when undertaking any kind of spiritual work or meditation, and will give you their own protection too. This card is also a reminder to make sure you're spiritually grounded, which can add an extra layer of psychic protection. A simple way to do this is to visualize a long tree root growing from the base of your spine and going deep down into the earth. The protection from a fairy ring of rainbow light can give you more confidence during your spiritual practice and meditation. So if you need an extra layer of spiritual security, ask the fairies of protection to provide it. The fairies might also be nudging you to protect someone else spiritually or psychically, spiritually or physically. But always ask permission before assisting anyone. It's important to remember that we all have free will and the right to choose whether or not we'd like any spiritual help. Yes, my loves? Okay, that concludes today's collective reading. I have missed you all. You know, it is truly an honor and a joy to be here channeling messages from the Most High to you. I appreciate y'all for sharing this time with me. Please thank your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. And until next time, this is XMO. Bye-bye.